inspiring. Peace and quiet, I'm running from the sirens. They ain't been around, but they know about where I've been. Had to put the time in to let them know it's time. Fuck a plug.
Welcome back to another episode of the Head First Podcast. This week we are joined by two juniors from the Arizona Wildcats Baseball Team. We got Easton, Breyfogle, and Andrew Cain. Boys, how we doing tonight?
We're doing great. Thanks for having us, boys.
Ready to be on.
Absolutely. So what's life like right now? I know you just got back on campus the other day. You guys about ready to get rolling?
Yeah, just flew back into Tucson yesterday, actually. So getting back in the role here. We start inter squads in about a week or so. So excited to get that rolling.
Okay, I know they changed the rule a little bit. When are you guys allowed to start team practice?
I think the 12th, right? 12th?
Start the 11th. Yeah.
11th, yeah.
Team practice 11th, and then I think that same week we go into inter squads. So
Okay.
we'll be right into it. Wheels on the ground, ready to go.
Oh yeah, I know. Cole, I feel like my last year, I feel like we had like 2 weeks of individuals before we were allowed to do team practice.
Yeah, I think we did. It was, well, UC this year, they don't even start school until the 12th. So not everyone's like even back on campus yet.
Oh, that sucks.
That might be it.
We're just here.
They got the weather in their favor too.
Yeah, weather hasn't been great. All right, well, let's get into these fan questions here submitted on our Instagram stories. The first two are from our friends from Auburn from the Plainsman podcast. First question, if you could only do one exercise in the gym for the rest of your life, what are you choosing?
Ooh, that's a good question.
It's got to be bench for me. I mean, you got to look good, feel good.
I hate it.
Pop through the shirt a little bit. I don't know. That's the most fun for me, probably. Yeah, I hate squatting. Everybody hates squatting. Leg day, never.
Yeah. Nothing involving legs.
No one's answer will ever be legs.
No.
I would have to go with just like some classic hammer curls or something for the biceps or the triceps. Just get a little pumped up.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about this earlier today a little bit, and I guess my original thought was bench, but I feel like you can do enough push-ups. Like if you got to think like you can do anything you want outside of the gym, but you can only do one thing like in the gym with weights. So I kind of shifted towards like a curl just because I don't think there's much that can replicate that, like other than just like a free weight hammer curl. Like you can just do 200 push-ups and not be able to move your chest still. But
yeah, maybe it should be curls.
Say definitely not legs. Nowadays, when I go in the gym and if I skip one day a week, it's always legs. But I've been forcing myself to do it, and even when I do, there's not heavier than a 35 on each side for
you'll be hurting for a couple days if you do more than that.
Yeah, just get a nice little pump in and get out of there.
Yeah, get the hell out of there.
All right. Next question from the Plainsman podcast. Would you rather hit a walk-off home run or throw a no-hitter?
I think for both of us, walk-off home run just because we're position players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cole, you're lucky enough. I was going to see, like, you've hit one before, so maybe you would see what it's like to throw a no-hitter. But I've been I was a hitter for 20-something years and never got to hit a walk-off home run, so I would definitely choose that.
Yeah, I don't know. Cole probably knows more. You can explain it.
Yeah, I mean, it's dope. Don't get me wrong. The worst part was, though, that was a doubleheader day, and we did 2 sevens. So I hit in the bottom of the 7th, but then that was the first game, so we had to go play another game. So it was like, hey, nice job. Coaches were like, go stretch and get ready after you eat.
Yeah, get ready for your next at bat.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, had another at bat like 45 minutes later. I was like, really?
That didn't feel like it.
I enjoy it for like an hour and that's it. It was
brutal.
All right, next question's a really good one from our guy Sean Springer. If you were the coach of a college team, would you rather have an elite bullpen, an All-American Friday guy, or an All-American 3-hole hitter? Can only choose one.
I'm gonna go with bullpen. I think I think at this level, I think at every level, like pitching wins a lot of games. You know, you can win a lot of games 2-1, scratch out a couple wins. That's just my opinion.
I agree.
I think one guy isn't gonna make or break. Like you got one good 3-hole hitter. I mean,
yeah,
how much?
Especially at the college level, like if you have some good bullpen arms that can go in there and shut down some games, I feel like that'd be very beneficial.
Yeah, that was my answer too. I definitely was going to go between some of the pitching just because I feel like when I was in college, we didn't have great pitching and our offense was pretty good. I was going back and forth with Sean about this. He was wondering if it was too easy. I told him if you throw in All-American Friday and Saturday guy, that's a different story. Because I think if you can have two guys that can eat up like 13 or 14 innings on the weekend, that changes it. But
100%.
Yeah, I've had
All-Americans in your like lineup would
what?
be multiple All-Americans in your lineup would help too.
Be a way evening it out. Yeah.
I think it helps, but I would still choose the pitching.
Yeah. But no, I've had way too many leads lost in like the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. So I'm definitely gonna go with the bullpen.
Yeah, just shut it down for a couple innings.
Yeah, please. It would be awesome.
All
right. This one's super interesting from Saxon Roberts. He's a pitcher from Auburn. What would surprise you more, seeing a dog flying a dragon or a dragon walking a dog?
What does he mean by dog flying a dragon?
What state of mind was this guy when he wrote this question?
I have no idea. It was over winter break, so I'm not
I would say,
totally sure.
Yeah, you got no idea. I would say a dragon walking a dog. Because just like when you picture a dragon, right? I feel like you picture a dragon flying. Like if you just saw a dragon kind of walking down the street with a dog, like you'd be like, that's not right.
Yeah, you're going through like a stroll in your neighborhood, you just see a dragon with a dog right next to it. That'd be a little bit interesting.
Yeah, but how does the dog hold the leash and walk?
Or how does
it's the dog that's walking the dragon?
Well, it's which one would surprise you more?
Oh.
But the dog isn't walking the dragon; it's flying the dragon. I think.
Okay.
I'm saying now.
Yeah.
That'd probably be more crazy.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't really know how much more thought I can put into this one.
Yeah, I'm losing brain cells.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
I think the answer was both.
Yeah, I think both would shock me.
All the above.
Yeah.
I think if I saw a dragon, I'd be pretty shocked.
Yeah. Sing the dragon.
All right. Give me the best Arizona Wildcat of all time.
Oh gosh.
Any sport.
Any sport.
Any sport?
Any sport.
Gronk?
Okay.
Say Gronk? Little new guy. I'm not a big old time. I don't know a lot of old guys.
It's
a lot of guys.
It's kind of a niche answer, but Terry Francona. I feel like that's a slam dunk.
Yeah. No, that's solid. That's a good answer. Both of them good answers. I like the Gronk one. I like the Gronk one as well.
Gronk was the first
football guy
player I kind of went to too, just because.
I know. I was kind of struggle. Like you would think, I was kind of no knock on Arizona at all. I was trying to think of some though. I was like, I don't know. I feel like you would think there's more big. I don't know. At least current or not that old. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
Favorite movie of all time.
Favorite movie of all time.
Mine's probably Inception with Leo DiCaprio and a couple other. I don't even know who the other guys are, but he's in there, and it's just a mind twist.
That's a good one.
To watch it a
That's
lot.
when you got to watch 3 times to
fully understand,
and you still don't understand it. You
No.
gotta watch a YouTube video, figure it out. You still don't get it.
You're on Reddit,
I was gonna say
the ending, and you're like, "How does this even work?" And
Yeah, exactly.
It's watching it 3 times, with research in between all of them.
Yeah, exactly. Still haven't figured it out yet.
I might still be in the Christmas mood, but Home Alone is always a classic. I have to that's just a movie I'll watch at least once or twice every single year, especially when Christmas rolls around. So that's kind of a simple answer.
Do you like the first one or second better?
Oh, the first one for sure.
Damn. Okay.
I love the second one. You like the second one better?
Yeah.
All right,
I don't
fair
know.
enough.
Something about like Kevin walking around New York. Like, I don't know. Fires me
Yeah.
up. All right. Favorite concert you've ever been to?
Hmm.
I went to my first concert over New Year's.
Oh.
Like literally like 4 or 5 days ago.
We saw Fisher and Rufus Du Sol, so that
Oh,
was
yeah.
pretty sick.
Yeah.
Both of those guys not bad guys to see at all. So
Especially
Where
at
was
the same time.
yeah, it
I
was
feel like that's
it was
pretty tough to
yeah,
do.
it was pretty cool. I'd say honestly, I'm more of a Rufus guy, but I thought Fisher was better live.
Okay.
So I would say Fisher.
Where was that at?
Fisher was at the Omnia in Las Vegas, and then Rufus was at XS nightclub.
Okay. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Little weekend in
a little bit.
yeah, a little
Yeah,
weekend
a
in Vegas.
little getaway from New Year's.
Yeah, hell yeah. That sounds awesome. All right, last question I got. Who's a new musical artist that people need to check out? Could be new to you. So maybe someone that you just started listening to that you're like, damn, everyone should check this guy out. Could be popular, could not be.
I'll let you take this one.
I don't know.
I'll
I gotta look at my phone.
I'm so basic when it comes to music.
Yeah.
I just like the only way I find new music nowadays is like a TikTok video or something.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. And then you go add it to your playlist, and then
it's only
I'm
like
the same
the
way.
15-second like part of it that you're like know the words to or whatever. You have no clue what the rest of the song sounds like.
Yeah. I'm more of like a song guy. I wouldn't even say like an artist. Like I'll just
Okay.
like if I like the song, like I might not even know the artist. Like I'll just like add it to the playlist. I'm like, all right, this is a good song.
No, that makes sense. I know some people like really dive into artists though, or like if you know like a hardcore like J. Cole fan or hardcore J. Cole or like someone like that, like Kendrick, that's like strictly all they listen to.
Yeah, we have a teammate who's a sound box. His name's TJ Adams. So you could start singing a song and he'll know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that will wrap up our fan questions for this episode. As always, those are submitted through our Instagram stories. So continue to fill those out. Without further ado, let's get into talking a little baseball. First, Andrew, let's start with you. You are from just around Tucson, right?
Yeah, about 30 minutes away.
Okay.
Yep.
So I know like me and Cole were the same way, grew up just around Cincinnati and always kind of took pride in and really enjoyed playing for like our hometown school. So I'm just curious, did you always grow up kind of wanting to play at Arizona? And if so, if not, what's that experience kind of been like for you in these first 2 years?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, we would always, come to the games and support when I was a kid. And, just kind of growing up and seeing all the success they had, in the early 2000s, it made me want to be a part of it. And when I finally, got the opportunity to do it, I knew it was something I couldn't resist and, had to do. And, it's a blessing, getting to see the family after every game and, all those things that some guys are from far away like this guy don't, really. It's, you take it for granted sometimes, and I try to just soak it all in and, just, like it's true. It's like, it's what I do. It's my life. So it's a blessing for sure.
Oh yeah. Now growing up as a Wildcat fan, who was your favorite guy to watch on the baseball team?
It's crazy because I didn't start like understanding the names and stuff of the guys until I kind of got there. And then they come back and you see them like every day, like in the off season or something. So there's like just random guys like Chase Davis, a cool guy, and played well. And he's a guy that we followed obviously because that's when I was committed and signed here. So kind of just guys like that are newer. I can relate to and kind of see what they did and how they're doing now. It's pretty cool to see.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Now, Easton, being from the Midwest, what kind of stuck out about Arizona and what ultimately led you to make that decision?
Yeah, I mean, since a kid, I've always been taking trips to Arizona or, warm places. We'd always go to Florida. So I think a warm place was always something I wanted to go. I wanted to get out of the Midwest and out of the cold weather, especially, when you guys know, playing those cold games at the start of the year. I mean, those are brutal. And I mean, I had games in Minnesota where it was snowing out when we're playing baseball, and I don't think snow and baseball, mix too well together. So the warm weather, and then obviously, when I came and visited here, the coaches, facility, campus, everything, it was just kind of a no-brainer for me.
Yeah. Now
I feel like everyone, when you're in high school, like up north or in the Midwest, and they ask you like where would your dream school be, everyone just says like somewhere south. Like it doesn't matter where, just get me out of the snow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna say I tried. I was at Elon my first 2 years down in North Carolina, so not totally in the clear, but definitely a lot better than Cincinnati. And then found my way back to the cold, as we've said a couple of times. With my junior or senior year, we were shoveling snow off the field. It was like a week or two from now. We needed the inter squad before we went down to Florida, and there was snow on our field, so we were shoveling it off like our entire team.
That's something we don't have to deal with out here.
Yeah.
It started with the infield. They're like, we'll just clear the infield. We won't play with outfielders. And then we like 40 guys cleared the infield in like 10 minutes, and they're like, all right, we're just gonna do the outfield.
Outfield took way longer.
Yeah. Just gonna slow down the infield a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, now growing up, or obviously you guys grew up in very different areas, but did you guys have any hobbies, or what did you guys like to do outside of the field growing up?
Yeah, I mean, when it was summer, obviously I like going swim. Lake days are huge, so going swimming at the lake. I've always liked poker, like playing poker. Just kind of hanging out with friends, nothing too crazy.
Now, were you a hockey guy at all?
Surprisingly not. All my friends always played hockey growing up, but I never really got into it. I'll play pond hockey when I'm like back in the winter sometimes, just with the guys. But compared to all of them, I'm terrible.
What about? Are you a big like Herb Brooks fan? I don't know if you're the movie
Not
Miracle.
Really. No.
Okay, he was the head coach at Minnesota, also the USA team in the movie Miracle. It's one of my favorites. But
there you go.
Solid speeches.
Yeah, unreal. Fires you up. Yeah. Andrew, what about you? Anything?
Yeah,
or
for
just
me,
baseball and looking at cactuses and
for sure. I mean, I like to play baseball, and then I played football and basketball during the other times. Especially growing up, I made sure that I didn't do too much baseball where I felt, just how I get sometimes. You're just tired. You need a little break, especially growing up. So I think that for me was big, was just playing other sports and, using other things and doing different activities. And obviously out here, you can go golfing whenever, do things like that. I like to do that. And, I was just a big sports guy. So anything involving the ball and something else, I would do it all the time. So
now I've always wondered, what's it like playing football in Arizona in like August?
It's hot, especially those practices. You got like July practices, and it's just like 110, pads on, sweating. It's just not fun.
Weirder playing basketball like inside and then walking out and it being like way too hot.
Yeah, you walk out, it's like 9 o'clock after game, and it's 50, 60. Like it's not bad at all.
We're having to wear like an extra outfit over top.
Yeah, snow pants, jacket. Yeah.
You get like pneumonia or something.
Just like slides in your shorts in.
All right, so when I was in Omaha last year, I got a chance to catch up with Michael Hilker Jr. because I actually caught on video him throwing up in the super regional coming off the mound. So I was able to kind of get his side of the story, but I'm curious of either your guys' perspective or other people on the team, kind of like what did people see it, or kind of what was that all about?
I didn't see it. I came in and then everyone was like, "Oh, Hilker just threw up. Hilker just threw up." I'm like, "What?" I never knew until people started like. I think more people in the dugout obviously saw it, but it was kind of funny. Like once they were saying that, because I knew it was going to be on a video somewhere, and I knew someone was going to post it, so I was just waiting for that to happen.
Yeah, I was DH in that game, so I could see pretty much everything.
Okay,
and it was so humid at that time, and what was that, like June or something?
Yeah, it was
Carolina. We were we're used to the dry heat, and everybody was sweating through the gray shirts and whatever. And he had just thrown, I don't know how many pitches in a row or whatever. And he gets off the mound. He's like, does a couple like hunches. I'm like, oh God, like this can't be good. And then it just comes all out. I was like, ugh. And then walking back in the dugout, everybody's trying to like dap him up, like
give him an elbow instead of a
dap up and throw up on you. But it was crazy. And then of course you see it on like Twitter or something after the game, and you're like, oh, there it is.
Yeah, I think like the original video I got of it, because anything I saw, it was my video, because I didn't clip it. It was literally just me recording it on my TV on my phone, because I'm in my basement watching, and like just rips like a nasty slider, and then literally it was right when the camera angle flipped, like it flipped to like the first base dugout, so it was like in his face as he just like throws up everywhere.
Of course. Yeah, they knew what they were doing. ESPN.
Take the hose to it. It'll be good.
Yeah, hose it off. All right, well, talking a little bit more about last year. Obviously, I was able to watch you guys a decent amount last season. Seemed like you guys had kind of a lot of highs and lows throughout your season. End up kind of rallying late, take over that Oregon regional, and then you get to Chapel Hill and backs against the wall down 0-1. So I'm just curious kind of what it was like to one, go through and the ups and downs of that season, and then have your back against the wall and then win 2 straight. And next thing you know, you punch your ticket to Omaha.
Yeah. I mean, obviously the season overall throughout the year was, like you said, kind of a roller coaster ride. And then towards the end, I think we got hot at the right time, started heating up. And then, it was pretty cool. One of the coolest moments for me was when we lost that game 1 in North Carolina. Chip talked to us after the game and kind of brought us in a circle. And he was like, the only people that believe that we could win the series are the people in the circle, and then your family's out in the stands. And I think we all kind of like looked at each other after that. We're like, all right, like, let's go do it. Like, we got it. Like, we've had a lot of series the whole year that we started off losing Friday, and then we came back and we won the series. So, it was something that we were used to. And I mean, I think we all kind of believed that we could still win it after that game.
Yeah, no, I felt like last year we were like a very tough like group of guys. Like, we didn't let things get to us in like those type of ways. So when we went down that first game, we were like, well, shit, we got like who cares? Like, now we can just play and have fun and do what we do. And like you said, we were able to punch our ticket, 2 games after that. But yeah, the belief that everybody had and showed, and it was, like you said, it was only the guys in this locker room. Nobody else would have thought we would have done that, especially after taking an ass kicking like we did. So it was a special moment and something we'll remember for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, I think a lot of people were pretty high on Oregon even going into the regional, and then the fact that you guys make it out of that, and then, like you said, kind of get your ass kicked the first game. I mean, I don't know too many people that had you guys in their Omaha 8 after that first game. So that was pretty awesome to watch.
It's also a thing though, where I mean, it's baseball. I feel like it's hard for me to count a lot of people out because we all know how baseball goes. Like, anyone could beat anyone on any given day.
It's crazy game, yeah.
So different than like other sports too. Like, it takes one guy to roll out on the mound, and maybe he hasn't pitched well all year, and he could throw like 7 scoreless or something. Like, I've seen that happen.
Yeah.
Just like such a weird sport that it's hard for me to watch and like really say these guys stand no chance.
Yeah. For sure. I was to say, the other thing that people don't always understand is, like, if you're down 5 runs in game 1, you're not throwing out your best bullpen guy in the 7th or 8th. So
yeah.
But no, talking about Omaha, obviously a dream for anyone that grows up wanting to play college baseball. So what was that just overall experience like as a player? I know they do a lot of good things, taking care of you guys off the field and setting you guys up to have some fun. So what was that overall experience like, and what were maybe some of your favorite parts from being out there?
Yeah, I went as a kid, so it was kind of cool to see both sides of it. I went a couple times when I was younger, and being a kid, you're like, damn, like, I can't. These guys, like to you, they're celebrities, right? Like, the guys in the field, they're like, So I'd get all my baseball signed and all that cool stuff, and you'd see him walking around the little village area. I'm like, oh, look, it's a player. And kind of to be on the other side of things, it's like it's just as cool, obviously, if not cooler. You're in there, you're playing in front of 30,000 people. Especially the first game, we had a B-2 bomber fly over our head. That was pretty sick. And yeah, I would just say like just walking around, you feel like kind of like an A-list celebrity for the weekend. It's pretty cool. Kids are asking for pictures and stuff. You get free merch and free gear from all the different tents if you show like your player badge, and there's a lot of cool benefits that go along with the great memories that you're going to make with your team.
Yeah, I definitely remember the flyover. I was out there and I was I was fired up before the game, but then when that happened, I was like, got chill.
Yeah.
I felt like I had a uniform on. I felt like
I got chills. I was ready to go.
Yeah,
crazy. That was a sweet moment for sure. For sure.
What about you, Andrew? Favorite moments, favorite parts of the experience?
Yeah, like Easton had said, just being able to walk around and seeing, a bunch of little kids that kind of look up to you. And you're kind of like what they want to be when they grow up, kind of just walking around, experiencing that. And I've never been, so like I never went as a kid, so I've never able to experience that other side. But just trying to be like a role model for those guys and, show them, what this is what we do. Like we're just like you guys. We're just a little bit older and we're lucky enough to be out there, playing. So I think just taking it all in and being all with all the teammates, just walking around. Like we went to the zoo, just stuff like that. They take care of you, and it's a neat experience. And did we go to the naval base? Was that what we did or something?
Yeah. We went to one of the bases there, and we got a tour of all that. We got to hold like a bunch of guns. We had a couple guys on our team that got tased. So that was hilarious.
Yeah,
their veins popping out their neck and stuff.
Oh,
like it's just like.
So yeah, we did a lot of cool things, and it's a moment I'll remember for the rest of my life.
Wanted to like volunteer to get tased, or
yeah, there's
been a couple guys that were kind of like I don't know how would you explain their role.
They were like
but they weren't
like graduate assistants almost.
Okay.
So and they were like
like someone playing baseball like the next day or something.
They said they had Vanderbilt in there one time, and the person up top was like, they were like, hey, make sure like your starter doesn't come up here, like, and then they're like, so they grabbed like some like bench pitcher that never's gonna pitch a game, where he was like, all right, whatever, I'll do it. So he went up there and got tased, but yeah, none of our guys that were playing ended up getting tased. It's just that
video's all time.
Yeah,
the videos
funny.
guys.
I need to see that video. I need to.
Yeah, I'll have to send it to you guys after the podcast.
Okay. How was the zoo? I've heard they have an awesome zoo.
It was huge. It was huge. I felt like I was walking for days, but
I'm a big zoo guy. Like, was it? Did they?
Oh, you'll love it.
Yeah, you'd love it out. Yeah, it's
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got all the
animals.
All the animals.
Yeah.
They got all of them.
They got all of them. Whatever you need, they got them.
No, if you really want to experience how crazy that, like, if you want to fully understand how crazy that town is for those 2 weeks, you have to drive through it or go to it not during the College World Series, because it's literally like
a ghost town?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, no, like not totally knocking the place, but it is a totally different experience if you go within those 2 weeks opposed to outside, for sure.
Sure, I bet.
Now, you guys, including yourselves and returning a few big pieces from last year, Owen Kramkowski, the Friday guy, what kind of pieces do you guys need to fill from last year, and what do you guys think that you guys need to do in these next few weeks and throughout the season to kind of get hot and get this squad back to Omaha in 2026?
Yeah, we had a lot of guys drafted, obviously. So on the offensive side of things, we lost basically our whole lineup besides me, Cain, Matisse, and Maddox. Basically everyone else is gone. So I think, we grabbed some good guys in the portal this year. Some guys that are going to help us out. And I think the biggest thing is obviously just getting at bats. We're kind of a young team now. So early on in the year, just build those at bats, and, when you get to the end of the year, obviously that's when it matters the most. yeah, just consistency with those at bats, I think, is the biggest thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be just like you said, more experience at this level. Once that kind of gets rolling, and obviously we had a good fall. A lot of guys had good falls, so just looking to carry that over to preseason. Just kind of keep that ball rolling. Like you said, we got a really good pitching staff coming back, and I think that'll be, seeing guys like that, every weekend will really help, prepare everybody to see Friday guys in an actual game scenario. And just staying with us and playing as a team, playing for Arizona, and that's how we're going to be successful.
Okay, now from if you were to compare or last fall compared to this fall, obviously a lot older team last fall compared to a younger team this fall. What would you say are kind of the main differences in going through a fall season with an experienced team opposed to a young team?
I think for us, it's just more about stepping into like more of a leadership role and, helping guys that haven't been here kind of explain what we do. Like, this is what we do every day. Like, this is how you warm up. This is what we do. Like, we hit before practice even starts, things like that. So I think helping guys kind of understand that. And, obviously once it gets rolling a little bit, everybody will, understands that this is the standard and we have to meet that every day. But like kind of last year, everybody just knew what the standard was, obviously, because we returned so many guys on the offensive side. So it was easier that way, but it's been beneficial for me and him to lead these guys and kind of take on that role. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would say the little things, obviously they add up. When you have a more experienced team, guys that that are older and have had college at bats, just different base running stuff out in the field. I've last fall, two falls ago, I guess now, there's a lot more. Everyone was in good condition, knew what to do, like a lot of good baseball IQ stuff. This fall, I feel like that's something that we need to work on a little more. And later on in the fall, we got a lot better at it. So going into the season, just getting better at those little things that eventually will add up, later on in the season.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel like I was even compared to a lot of freshmen, not skill wise, just because of my high school program and coaches there. I felt like I was prepared for practice setting, like more than a lot of freshmen, but there's still nothing that compares to having to adjust to kind of like the speed of the game and just those in at bat, in game adjustments that you need to make, or else you're just simply not going to be very successful.
And I think, like you said, the speed of the game is kind of what Easton was talking about. Just kind of those little things, just having that like internal clock in your head. Just different things that you don't really understand till you get to this level and kind of start playing games, obviously, and scrimmages and whatnot. But we'll get there for sure, and looking to make another run at it. So
that's also a thing. I feel like people outside of baseball or who just watch it maybe don't play it. Like they never understand like letting the game speed up on them or how the game is so much faster at the next level you get to. But like I remember we would practice base running you were not going to mess up on the bases, and if
yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
they hit us hard with the base running this year also.
It's important.
It's never fun to practice base running, especially when we're not really the most conditioned athletes, I would say, as baseball. No, that's always stuff like now outside of the game, like watching it more. It's stuff that I see that like I wouldn't expect someone who didn't play baseball at a high level to understand. So it's fun to like sit down and watch people like John or something that understand the game at a higher level.
Yeah. I feel like I'm like a locked in first base coach sometimes when I'm watching a game. I'm like dirt ball read, like getting pissed at guys.
Oh, yeah. That was a good swing, and me and John are like, why didn't that guy go first to third? Like,
yeah. All right, now I got one more question for you guys before we wrap it up here. Who's one Wildcat that you guys predict is going to have a breakout year that no one really knows about yet?
Yeah, let me just go. I'll go with Roman Myers.
That was gonna be my answer too.
He's
Okay.
our roommate. He's our other roommate. He's a catcher, coming in from JUCO, and he showed a lot of good things this fall, and kind of hoping to build on that, like you said, in the preseason, and keep getting that experience. And hopefully he's one of our guys this year. But I think he's got all the tools to do it. So
Yeah, he made a big jump this fall. He didn't have a great year last year in JUCO, but came in, he worked his ass off, got to work. And yeah, like I said, he had a really good fall, and he's really good behind the dish. So I think that's someone that is going to be reliable and, could have a really good year and earn himself some money.
Oh yeah.
Love
Did he swing it? This kid got some juice or what?
Yeah. Oh, he's got juice. He's got juice for sure. Yeah.
he don't run the best, but he's got
Yeah. He cannot run. Yeah. He's not.
That's all right.
He's in the right position for it.
Yeah, block the ball.
Exactly.
and
He
hit it.
doesn't need a run.
yeah.
I need to run.
All right. Well, that will wrap it up. If you are listening or watching, before you exit, make sure to hit that subscribe button for us. We really appreciate it. But boys, thanks for coming on. It was nice to get to know you guys. We'll definitely be tuned in, and best of luck in 2026 outside of when you come to Clifton.
Well, thank you for having us, guys.
Baby, why stop now?
Absolutely. See you, boys.
Driving,
See you,
I
boys.
needed some inspiring. Peace and quiet, I'm running from the side.